Hey guys, sorry for the, where am I? Well, I took one of these out of here. The one I took out was two USBs. One of them, they were both 5 volt, but one was 1 amp and the other one was 2.1 amp. I took it out because I was going to put in the van. And then I said, well, I'm just going to order some. So I ordered some of just these. And now I can't find this one to put back in. I'm hoping it's somewhere in the van. Now, with that being said, I ordered some. Now, you can find them relatively cheap if you're looking. But sometimes, when I say relatively cheap, you're not talking $2 or $3 cheap. You're talking more like $10, $12, $15. 10 would be cheap. But they make different types, so it all depends on what you're actually looking for. They make them with, they make them in little plastic bags that I can't get into. Okay. In this case, this is a double. And this one here is 5 volts on both, and both of them are 2.1 amps. So that'll also help you with a fast charge. So we have that one, and it comes with the wire. And the wire is made to fit onto the post, and it's black, and it's got the eyelids. So it's not a bad system. I don't remember what I paid for them because somewhere's between, because I got a number of them here. Somewhere's between, let me find the right wire here. $11 and maybe $15. Because again, some of them are different. Now that's that one. Now this one comes with a bunch of waterproof or shrinking butt connectors, which is good. Comes with 3 sets of wires. It comes with a double banger switch, which is nice to have. And it comes with a 3 banger here. Again, one that I can't get in the bag. Yeah, I swear they make these bags for women. And I'm not trying to sound a fungal. Here we go. Another everything on the floor today. What is today, by the way? I really don't know. Let me see. Well, I can't use that one. Today is the 9th. Yeah, the 9th. It's I'm in good shape. Today is September 13th, 2018, and it is 11 o'clock, or 11:20 on the East Coast, and it's another miserable day. A good day compared to what you guys down in the Carolinas are getting. I feel bad for you guys, so be careful down there. I heard they were doing some mandatory evacuations, so I hope they have a plan so when they kick everybody out, they have a place to house you and feed you and give you a place to do whatever it is you have to do. And not just you, but your animals, because sometimes people don't think about the animals. If you don't have them, you don't think about them. It's one of those things. And some people have them and don't think about them anyway because they don't care. But meanwhile, I don't want to get off track. This is a 3 banger. Now, this, I believe, has a lighter plug, which it does. This is like the ones I normally get. It has the double USBs, 5 volt 1 amp, 5 volt 2.1 amp. That's the one that I'm missing that goes into this one that I took out. And it has a voltmeter. Now, when you buy these, you can buy these things separately. Like I said, I just showed you. You can buy them where they're all going to be 5 volt. 2.1 amp and 1 amp, or 2.1 amps. You can buy them with 1, a meter, and a switch in it. You can buy them that has the meter that'll read amps and voltage, a switch. So they make a number of different types that fit in here. So at that point, that's where the cost starts coming into play. They make them red lighting, blue lighting, green lighting, so on and so forth. So that's where all that happens to be. So this is another one. And again, this came with 3 sets of wires to fit in each. Came with a bunch of butts. Came with a bunch of the connectors. And it came with a 2-banger switch, which is for these two here, not for the voltmeter. You'd always want that to be somewhat on, I guess. It depends. You could put the switches where you feel need them. You know, you may not want to have the voltmeter on the key or on the battery at all times where it's always lit. So you can hook it up to a direct, so it is on the battery direct, but switch it off so that it's not draining the battery. And this really doesn't do a lot of draining anyway, but that's that one. So we got that one. So we got the 3-banger, and those are the ones I normally buy. They normally don't come with the switch and the wire and all that kind of stuff, but I think it was $1 more, so I said, you know what, I'm just going to get it with the wire so I don't have to go nuts. This is the other one, and it came with the wire. So that's those. Now this one, I have no idea. It's another one of those, but I don't know what type it is. So we will find out, because I did order a couple of the same. And I don't know why I ordered them from different places. It could have been the price. I wanted to see if there's any difference. Or I was just confused that day. Well, probably I was just confused that day. Now what's this one? USB. Okay, this is a USB. And this is 5 volts at 2.4 amp. So it has two 2.4 amp, so it's a higher amperage. So that one cost me more, a little bit more than the one that has 2.1 amp. So you do pay a little more for that. That's probably why that was in the box, so that it was showed that it was a different amperage. Now here's another one. I have no idea why this is like it is, but we'll take a peek at it and find out and see if I can get it out of here. Sometimes you pay more for the boxing than you do for anything else. Well, I don't know why I'm reading the box. Padding. Don't need that. Again, it comes with the little connectors and a piece of wire. Now, what's this one have in it? This is another dual banger. It doesn't say much, but it's telling me that it's a 2.4 amp. 5 volts to 4.2 amp. So they're not by no means 4 amps. So 4.2 is telling me that each one of these is a 2.1. So that's what that's telling me. And this cap, apparently at one time, is made for another one. Because remember I said you can buy these with meters in them? Well, see, this cap has a hole in it. Can you see that hole? Well, if I got my hand out of the way, you'd be able to see the hole. That way is when it's closed, you're protecting the USBs, but you're still able to see the meter. Yeah. So that's what that's for. So they do make this with a meter in it, you know, for voltage, so you can see what your voltage is on that particular line. So that's what I have. So I have enough of the USBs. So all I gotta do is find my other one so I can put it back in the other one. This one I'm just gonna leave it alone. That's a spare. This is all I really need. Actually, I don't even need all these, but we'll see what happens. The switches, that's a nice little double banger, and it's a illuminated switch. Illuminate. What? Who said that? And in what movie? Illuminate. Somebody said that in the movie. Illuminate. So meanwhile, that's where we're at. So I am going to take these wires that are made for that 4-banger, or this one, and I am going to use them on these. Now you hear radio in the background? Well, actually I have 3 radios going. I kind of got the railroad in to monitoring 2 frequencies for traffic and communications back and forth to the zone, the hurricane area. See, what happens sometimes, and amateur radio operators kind of know what I'm talking about, sometimes we get called or enlisted or drafted. There we go. We get drafted in. Now this one has a fuse in it. Well, isn't that ducky? Yeah, there it is. Because when there's a disaster someplace, sometimes they lose communications. And when they lose communications, you know, among, not so much within the departments, you know, as far as it goes, but, you know, as a person, a civilian. I don't like using that word. I'm a civilian. But as a person, you may lose your internet, your phone line, and we all rely on this so much nowadays, you know, and everybody has that VO, whatever it is, you know, which is your phone on the internet, you know, which sucks, because if your internet goes down, you lose everything. You know, we always had the hard line from the phone company, so it had nothing to do with the internet. Oh, hold on, I'll bring it up to, I gotta show you the shop. Oh, do I have to show you the shop? Alright, see this camera? This is that 360. I'll tell you what. I like... Now what the hell is this coming up? Cancel that. Here. I like the quality of what I found and did. I thought was pretty good. For a $91 camera, even for what it is, if just as a camera using just one, it wasn't bad. It's not bad. I'm happy with it actually. Looking at it in one camera though, everything looks kind of fish-eyed, you know, naturally, because it's made for 360. However, I have 2 Samsung telephones, cell phones, smartphones, and the apps that you need to run this will not work on my smartphones. Now the 2 phones